So, some videos a while back, I covered the practice of sologamy. Now, sologamy is the practice of marrying oneself. And unfortunately, it's been very embarrassing to watch video after video of sisters in our community marrying themselves. And we have another one marrying herself. Let's review it.
Champagne Perrier, finished friends on my face, looking like I'm from the D. These no Cartiers, pockets.
Okay, let me stop. Okay. She's marrying herself. She's a single mother. So she fooled with a man enough to have children, but she could not say, you know what? You're not gonna impregnate me. You're not gonna get me to that with no child, and I'm not married. See, when you're doing things out of order, so y'all don't understand men. And listen to your uncle. Let me tell you, because a lot of you ain't been told. The way men are, and I mean men, it don't care what nationality they come from. Men operate like this. Why buy the cow when I can get the milk for free? And what a lot of you ladies are doing is giving away all the milk for free. So why would he marry you? You even give your body and produce a child with these men and wonder why they won't marry you? The reason why marriage is so in decline is because when women got to the point where they felt, hey, I can lay down with a man on the first day, and that's not shameful anymore. At one point in time, they'll say you're a 304 for that, right? Today, hey, it's women's empowerment to do that. You know, because everything they do is shameful. They try to cover it up with some sort of praise or try to analyze it or whatever, right? So the moment that shame went away from laying down with a man on the first date, when families stopped shaming those in their family who's having children out of wedlock, because at one point in time, people would say, hey, you having all these kids out of wedlock? I'm not going no baby shower with you. If you was married, if that was your husband, yes, I'm there, but I'm not supporting that because you're shacking and everything else. See, when that kind of shame and correction was inside America, you didn't have all this issue where women can't get married. But the moment this so-called liberation and do whatever you want type of mess, men naturally won't marry something that they don't really deem respect. Because you give a man your body too soon, he don't respect you. Yeah, sure, he'll lay down with you, but he don't respect you. And I've seen this way too much. Stop giving these men your body like this. Because the more and more you do it, that's why they won't marry you. But let's look at this travesty that we're looking at here. Marrying your doggone self. And see, they so obsessed with the ceremony and didn't work on their ability to become a wife. But they want a ceremony so bad. So they say, forget it. I'm going to marry myself.
Deep, bro. I can make it in my seat, bro. Do you, I'm doing me, bro. Making noise.
Hold on, y'all.
Bro, I can make it in my seat.
What's all that? Lord Jesus. What's all that dancing? You're dancing in embarrassment. Like, what is wrong? Like, am I living in the Twilight Zone? That she's just dancing? Man, hold on. We got to go back to that again. Come on, y'all.
Pockets deep, bro. I can make it in
Look
my
at her.
Do you, I'm doing me, bro. Making noise, use a beat, bro.
Boy, she a queen that day, ain't she? I married me. Lord, let's go back to that. Let me see what that's at. Right there. I married me. Yeah, you had to marry yourself because you did not qualify for no other man to do it. That's why you had to marry yourself. And you know what? I would not want, her so-called friends and family, y'all ain't ish. You hear me? And let me tell you why. You were supposed to tell her not to do that. And I'm not saying certain people didn't. And also, even though you told her and she decided to do it anyway, y'all were supposed to say, I'm not showing up to that. I'm not showing up to that because that is embarrassing. And that's going to be all over the internet. And everybody gonna be talking about y'all, especially those podcasters. They really gonna be talking about you. So what are you doing? Boy, I wouldn't want no friends or family. They won't say, hey, Phil, bruh, come on. What are you doing? Let's continue. Lord Jesus, she married herself. It's gotten that bad. See, you remember when I made that video where that lady talked about that men have exited out of the dating market? And a lot of men, I mean, more than half of men are just not dating anymore. It's not that they don't like women. It's just they're not dating anymore. And of course, some of the modern women was try to say, oh, they just LGBT, and that's not the case at all. It's very easy to travel now to go get you a woman if that's what you want. And the deal is, because of the way society is, really what men really need you for, that's how some of them thinking. They're saying, okay, if I really can't cook and I got money, I can order Uber Eats every day if I want. I can get a cleaning service to come clean my house about twice a week if that's what I want to pay for, right? So I got food coming in. I got cleaning service come clean my spot while I'm always clean. A lot of these women are 304s now, so I can just have a little rotation of them, knock them down, and I'm good. That's why a lot of men are dating y'all and marrying y'all. I'm telling you, the society has it like that. And y'all created this society versus when it used to be where the men said, man, I need me a wife, man, because I need, this companionship. I need this and that. And then when he gets to the point he wants companionship, he can just, he can head on out of here. He can head on out, get him a wife overseas who's traditional and settle down with her. That's why it's so bad for a lot of the modern women here in America. And the few women who are still traditional, the few women who are decent, they don't stay on the market very long because men will snatch you up. Most men in America would prefer to get a woman in America with those values because, it's easier to do that. She's the same culture of the country you're in. It's much easier to marry a woman here than go through the process of marrying women overseas. But if he cannot get what he need, then he going to go overseas. It's just that simple. And I don't blame him. I don't blame any of you men, no matter where you come from, to say I'm going overseas. And a lot of y'all send me messages on Facebook. I get messages from a lot of white guys, black guys, Hispanic guys. That's usually the three people I get the most messages from about the situation with the women and how some of them have went overseas. And to, a lot of y'all that did message me, shout out to y'all, man, 'cause y'all need love too. Because it get old, even if you have a cleaning service, even if you have Uber Eats or you cook yourself, or even if you got a couple of 304s you're knocking down to get your needs met, that gets old. All that get old, right? And you want some companionship. You may want a family. And you need a good woman in your life. Listen, every man need a good woman in his life. A perpetual bachelor situation, it just gets old. Women bring things to the table for us as men that we don't even think about. Like for me, some things that I'm not even seeing that my wife see. And that she say, hey, what about this? Or why that person is. Whole lot of things that my wife point out that I wouldn't even saw, right? So your wife could come in and actually definitely, put you on some game, benefit in a lot of ways. Of course, having children, you got your companion, you got your friend, you got the person you can depend on when you're down, all of that. And you do the same thing for her. Because you can't do that with Uber Eats. You can't do that with a cleaning service. And 304s, you surely can't do that with. So like I say, eventually it gets old. So men have checked out the dating market. This is why you see this video right here. And women like her that just basically does not care about her personal self, let herself go. And that also affects her in the dating market as well. Because some men, some men will sleep with her. All day long they'll sleep with her. Some men will target her to sleep with her, but they're not going to marry her. Let's call it what it is. Get mad if you want, but I know how men is. Men will sleep with anything. Ugly, skinny, overweight, in between. Men don't care. They really don't care. But when it comes to them getting married, that's what it is. And then what I've seen over time, women like her wouldn't even want a dude that got weight on him. She want a dude that's extremely fit. That's the funny part about it when I see women like her over the years. Want a fit man. I'm like, you demanding him be fit and making all this money? Anyway, men have checked out the market, and this is why you're going to see more and more of them marrying themselves. But let me know what y'all think about, this situation. Like I said, this is straight embarrassing, and people do need to talk about her forever.